In a remote village, hidden between tall mountains, there lived a young man named Marco. He was only 24, yet his mind felt much older than his age. From the moment he woke up until late at night, his thoughts never stopped. Memories of the past haunted him, while fear of the future kept pulling his mind in different directions. His thoughts raced like wild winds. Because of this constant mental noise, Marco felt exhausted. Sleep rarely came. Islet smiles felt distant. Peace seemed like something meant for other people, not for him. One evening, Marco heard travelers talking about a quiet village high in the hills. They spoke of an elderly man who lived there once, a well-known psychologist in the city. Over the years, he had helped countless people understand their minds. When age caught up with him, he left behind the noise of city life and chose silence, nature, and simplicity. Occasionally, people visited him, seeking guidance. A spark of hope lit up inside Marco. Maybe this man can help me, he thought. Without delay, Marco began his journey. After days of walking through rough paths and steep hills, he finally reached the village. It was calm, untouched by chaos. At the edge of the village stood a small house wrapped in green vines. Sitting quietly on the porch was the old man, eyes closed, breathing gently as if the world had slowed down around him. Marco stepped forward and spoke softly. "Sir, my mind is never at rest. Thoughts control me day and night. I want peace. Can you guide me?" The old man opened his eyes and smiled, not with words, but with understanding. "If peace is what you seek, Saeed, calmly, then follow me. I have a simple task for you." He led Marco to the yard, filled the glass completely with water, right to the very edge, and handed it to him. "Walk to the far end of the village and return," the old man said. "But be careful, not a single drop should fall." Marco was surprised, yet he accepted the challenge. Holding the glass carefully, he began to walk. The road was narrow and alive with activity. Children laughed and ran past him. Shopkeepers shouted. Animals made noise. But Marco noticed none of it. His entire attention rested on the glass in his hands. Each step was slow and deliberate. His eyes never moved away from the water. His mind had no room for worries, regrets, or fear. There was only the present moment. When Marco finally returned, the glass was still full. "I didn't spill anything," he said, slightly breathless. The old man nodded. "Tell me," he asked gently, "did you notice the children playing? The noise? The people around you?" Marco paused. "No," he replied. "I saw nothing. I heard nothing. I was focused only on the glass." The old man smiled. "That," he said, "is the peace you were searching for. When your mind lives fully in the present moment, it has no space to wander into pain from the past or fear of the future. While you focused on the water, your thoughts became silent. Your mind rested not because the world became quiet, but because you did." Marco felt something shift inside him. For the first time, understood. Peace was not something to chase. It was something to practice. He bowed respectfully. "Now I understand," Marco said. "Peace is not outside. It appears when my mind stays here." Now, as the sun dipped below the mountains and birds returned to their nests, Marco began his journey home. But this time, he walked with a lighter heart. The storm inside him had quieted. True peace doesn't come from escaping life. It comes from learning how to stay present within it. If this story brought calm to your mind, like and share it with others. Subscribe for more stories that help you grow, one thought at a time. Until next time, stay mindful, stay peaceful.